Hello.
Please interview me. I am a nobody, but you gotta interview me like I am somebody.
Alright, so why did you start this channel?
Hello, my name is Georgia. I'm a reader, writer, Singaporean. Bro, it's my reading nook. I hope it's not too noisy out here. I figured since I want to do a book-related channel, it is a great time for me to do the BookTube newbie tag. I am a newbie. I'm a newbie. Do you want to ask me these questions? Yeah. Here you go.
Why did you start this channel?
I used to read a lot as a kid, and then as I grew older, I just stopped reading. And a good motivation for me to do something is for me to force myself to keep track of things. So this is my way of doing so. That's why I want to do BookTube, because I want to read more and talk about books. But also I want to talk about like other people upstairs. I want to talk about writing, maybe like some reflections. I don't know. I like to curl my hair on top of curlers. No, that's not the point. I like to talk about other things as well.
What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube then?
Fun and unique things. I'm from Singapore, so I have a lot of my friends' books in my bookshelf that I have yet to read. I have a literature degree. Everybody has a literature degree in BookTube.
Okay.
This is a very hard question.
Yeah, I mean, you just said you read, you write, Singaporean. These are just things that you are.
I am.
Yeah.
Right out of school, I've always been doing content marketing. Whether it is working in a startup or like in a gaming company, I have always think about content.
It's a different kind of writing, right?
It is a different kind of writing. It's different from the writing that I thought I would be doing. I thought I'd be working in a publishing house. I didn't do that. I did content marketing all the way, just like articles, emails, little pop-up screens to tell you to buy things at 50% off. I don't know how that would inform my reading though. Every year in April, I participate in Singapore Poetry Writing Month. I have been moderating for like 2-3 years maybe. I think it's something that I will continue to do as long as Singlet Station will have me. I do content marketing, I volunteer, and I like just, critique other people's poems. Every April, I write. These kind of just builds the Georgia that I am right now. Honestly, I can only just filter things through my brain, right? You read what other people are saying, and then you read like other people's book, and then you just filter it through your brain, and then you give your opinion about it. Whether what I say is helpful, whether it's unique or not, it's up to you to decide. It's really not up to me, I think. I'm looking for validation, he's just like...
What are you most excited for about this new channel?
I like seeing things grow, building a community. I always wanted to have a book club, so this is like my first step to have a book club. I'm excited to like finally find people to talk about books with and share about what I'm reading, and then also learn about what other people are reading. Together we'll form this mini book club and we can do little book discussions.
Why do you love reading?
Reading is like a form of escapism for me, especially when I was younger. I liked a lot of fiction, like everybody. I like Harry Potter, and then I read a lot of like YA. I mean, the YA I read is now old A. It's no longer young adult when it's the old series. It helped me in my life, I think. Yeah, I find that I relate a lot to situations in books, and I just feel not so alone when I'm reading. Not that I'm alone, I have friends. Okay, just insert a picture of my friends.
What book or series got you into reading them?
This is easy. The book or series that got me into reading is The Princess Diaries. I love it with all my heart and soul and mind. Matt Cabot, you were a great introduction to reading when I was little. My friend just decided to go like, have you read this series? It's very cute. It's about this girl who finds out that she's a princess. And I will have to find out that I'm a princess. So I started reading the book. It was easy to read. It was like diary-like. And as I grew older and the books came out, I felt like the situations that I was in, I could relate a lot to, like arguing with your friends or like not so much the boys part, but like arguing with your friends. growing pains, those kind of things. And even though Mia was a princess, I always felt like she was a very relatable character. All 10, not even 10, more than 10 books actually grew up with me, so it's a very dear series to my heart.
What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers?
I am very in awe of people who can read a lot nowadays, mostly because I have lost that ability. Now, when I try to read, I read and then I stop. So I take like 2 months to finish one book. It's not great. How do you read quickly again? Please let me know your secrets. How do you pick and choose what to read? There's a finite amount of time that we spend on earth. So you want to spend your time wisely, right? So how do you find the books that you know when you read, you're spending your time well?
What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome?
Trying to find time to read, trying to give opinions that add value to somebody who's trying to figure out whether this is a good book worth their time. Formulating your thoughts and then writing them down, and then recording and then editing and then uploading. Those are challenges, I think.
When did you start reading?
When I was very young, my dad started reading to me. I guess that's my start to reading. According to my aunt, I've always liked to read, but I think for me, if I have to figure out my own timeline, I think I only started maybe when I was 9 or 10. Whenever my mom bought me the first Prisoner of Azkaban book, I don't understand why it was out of order. Was it out of order? This is just something in my head. Memories are unreliable. I might be completely wrong with the story.
Where do you read?
Anywhere, anytime. When I was in school, I used to like walk around with my head in a book like this. Have a snack in one hand and a book in the other. Nowadays, I try to read where I'm comfy, which is not great because I fall asleep. If I read in my bed, I fall asleep. I try to sit down on the floor like a true Asian person to read. But I find that when I bring my book out with me with the intention to read, I tend to finish the book.
What kind of books do you like to read?
Urban fantasy, I like The Magicians. I would like to read more sci-fi and fantasy, but like it's hard for me to get into. My boyfriend and my friend have been trying to get me to read The Name of the Wind. I haven't started. I used to hate non-fiction as a kid. I like non-fiction a lot more, reading books about startups. Oh, I also like a lot of romance, but that's what I used to like when I was 16. So I don't know whether my taste has changed. The singlet itself is not a genre though, although I have a lot of singlet in my shelf. Poetry! Right, I also read poetry. Are those enough genres? So I'm always on the lookout for new genres.
And last question, what does a book collection look like?
My book collection is an amalgamation of books that I have had since I was a kid. A lot of old YA, Harry Potter, everybody has Harry Potter. Books that I got from my days as a university major. Irish literature, classic literature, Pride and Prejudice is what is that under, I don't know, I forgot, Romanticism. I'm a lit major and I forgot. Some of them I haven't even touched. And books that I bought myself, that I'm excited to read, and then I just haven't gotten around to. Yeah, I have cookbook, I have like one cookbook, and then I have like a bunch of singlet, non-fiction. Expanding the repertoire is a goal. Although I cannot buy any more books, there's no space in my shelf, so I've been borrowing a lot more books. The library is a great place. I highly advocate it. This interview was kindly conducted by my boyfriend Jason, who's behind the camera, and he just did this. Vroom, vroom. Can you ask me a question again? Some people have really good endings that doesn't include thank you for watching, please like and subscribe, something, comment or whatever. They just say something, it sounds kind of poetic, and then they... I feel like I missed out that in this channel I want to do more than just booktube. I mean, I know I'm doing the booktube newbie tag, but also like I like to do discussions. I want to like think more, so I want to talk about different ideas. And then also, I'm a writer, so I would like to write more and talk about my writing, maybe talk about writing process, maybe like interview other writers. So those are things that I would like to do with this channel. There's no battery in it.